Hey everyone, I'm gonna give people a few minutes to hop on. I know I'm a little late for doing my live video. Hopefully there's a few people who are wanting to get on. I'm trying right now to decide what fabric to use because I'm that late. Oh, what a day. Having a husband and a toddler with hand, foot, and mouth is just no fun. And so I had to get groceries because we were completely out of groceries, and I had to get my daughter's medicine because she has a muscle condition, so I had to drive like 45 minutes to get that because it has to be at anyways, it's just been a long day. It's been a really long day, and I worked full-time today. I work from home, but I managed to work full-time too, so I'm feeling it, girls, and I did not get my pattern cut out beforehand, so I apologize about that, but I promise it'll be worth it. I decided to do Sansa. Someone had mentioned they wanted to see that one. I feel like I did that one before in a live video, but I thought I'd do it again and just, you know, show it. I'm gonna set you guys here. I do have to cut it out, but the one good thing is because I have a little bun in the oven, a little one still, but because I have that, I am going to be doing a maternity mod on this one, so hopefully that might help someone. I don't know, maybe they can come back and watch it. I've not done one before, and there isn't any instructions. I've just seen on Pinterest how to do it, and I assume I can figure it out. We'll see. We'll see exactly how well I do, because I'm not sure I'm gonna do great. I'm gonna try and read, oh, thank you, Tiffany. Woo, it's been a week, let me tell you, it's been a week. I'm ready for the weekend, except for that means we're still stuck in the house because we can't go anywhere. So it sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so let me just get this stuff moved. So how's everyone else's week going? Anyone else dealing with illness for your children? And I'm gonna try to be off here by 9 because I don't know if you guys are in the So English group, but tonight's stocking is at 9, and I'm a little broke to buy anything, but this fabric is from them, and isn't it so pretty? It's Megan, Fuchsia Megan. It's so pretty, I love it. And this is from there. Pretty much everything is from there because their fabric is such good quality and such a great price. I just can't help myself. So I'll show you how I do this maternity mod, and then if it doesn't turn out well, then we'll just be up a creek, won't we? But anyways, I'm gonna be doing some more videos over the next, you know, couple of months and stuff. So I would love to get, you know, feedback, you know, on what you guys would love to see, if anything. If anybody has anything they're dying to learn how to do, probably do some live sews like this because, here, I'll try and turn this so you guys can see me. I'll try and do some live sews like this because sometimes I find it easy, but then it's also hard to go back and watch the whole thing, especially for this when I've slacked and am not ready. So I'll try and make for sure that I go back and watch it and just put in the comments when things start. But this fabric is a double brushed poly. Oh yes, sweater knits. They have a ribbed sweater knit. I've never sewn, or yeah, like it's not ribbed knit, it's a sweater knit, but it looks like a sweater you would just buy at the store. I don't know. I'm really excited. I really want to get some of that. So we'll see if I can hold out a little bit until payday. It never happens. I'm a little obsessed with So English. Their stuff's so good. I can't help it. I just can't help it, girls. I can't help it. Okay, this fabric is not being my friend. This double brush poly is extra clingy tonight. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I feel like, whew, I'm exhausted. It's nice to talk to people, sort of. All right, just trying to get this straight so I can get my shirt on there. So I always fold to the middle so I don't waste fabric, because you can get a front and a back out of one cut. So a lot of people call that fussy cutting, and it's one way. It's also just a way to get, I can get a shirt most of the time out of 1 yard of fabric, which, I mean, it's pretty impressive. So, anyways, all right, so I'm gonna try this maternity mod, and we'll see how it goes. From everything that I've seen, basically, you just go out from here and kind of just like go out, and then at the bottom, I'm gonna make the front hem a little bit like scoopy, and then back up to the side. We'll see how it goes. If not, I'll just have a really cute shirt that looks weird. I don't know what to say. Oh, I feel flustered tonight. It's been a week. It's been a week. Does anybody have any questions? Tell me about your weeks. I'll try and read. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Adita. How are you? How's everyone doing? Telling you, this hand, foot, and mouth is no joke. Ugh. And we have no idea where they got it from. And so, you know, you can get it from just about anywhere. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit longer in the front. I don't know how much longer, but we'll see. And then scoop to the sides. Let's see, hopefully that's enough. I just realized that my computer is upstairs, and the measurements for the pattern are on my computer. So we may have to take a short break and let you look at my fabric stash while I go and grab the rest of my measurements, because I don't know, unless someone wants to look for me. They have Sansa, the extra large, and tell me what the straps and the neckband are. Anybody want to do that? If you have it. Because, again, this mama was not prepared. Okay. So I don't think I have to do anything special to the back. I'm going to add a little bit because I added a little bit to the length. So I want to make for sure that my length is good. But I don't think I need to add anything to the sides. Hopefully not, because I didn't plan on it. Thank you. I love this fabric. It is really pretty. It's Fuchsia Megan from So English, and it is double brush poly. And it is gorgeous. Sorry, I guess I am adding a little bit. I just get nervous. I don't know. I don't want it to be super tight, but I also don't want it to be super loose. So if anything fails, then I can just, just forgot to add my little, about to have two backs. Gracious. That one you get to talking. Anybody have I'm making Sansa, Heather. Did you make Sansa? Do you have it? You can look up the measurements for me. Who has it? I could figure out the neckband, no problem. And I could probably figure out the others. Hi, Nicole. Northwest Indiana. That's where I grew up. Fun. Small world. Okay. Where in Northwest Indiana do you live, Nicole? Because I'm nosy. Northwest Indiana's a big place. It's not like... All right. Sleeves, and we'll get started. So what I'm going to do with the sides is I am going to gather them. So I can show you all how to gather on the serger, and then also the other side I'll show you how to gather. Most people know how to gather with their sewing machine. That's kind of something you learn right away. Okay, Heather, I need the neckband measurement for extra large, and then the straps for extra large as well. It may all be the same, but then, and the links that I need to cut them. Ooh, Ontario, Canada, welcome to the live sew. My grandparents, not that this is not in Ontario, Canada, but they had a house on Lake Ontario in New York, upstate New York. So, does that matter? No, probably not. Okay. Sleeves. And if any of you are noticing my pattern pieces, I don't know what you can see or not see as far as that goes, but I always grade my patterns. And so you see, like for my arm, for my sleeve, I grade up to the next one just because I have bigger arms, and I like to make sure I have enough room and not be super tight on my arms and feel like I'm cutting off circulation. So I do that, and then my pattern pieces, I grade those as well because I have smaller shoulders, so I always need an extra large at my shoulders, but then my bust needs a little bit more, and then my waist and hips need more than that. No, I usually have to grade from an extra large to a 2X for CKC, so it's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, Hamlin is on Lake Ontario. Yeah, that's where my grandparents, they lived in Hamlin, New York. So I don't know if that's different than where you're from, or sorry, Mary. But thanks guys for joining me. I'm almost done with the cutting out process, and then it won't be as boring. But what I was saying is I'm going to serge on my machine, or I'm going to gather on my serger and gather on my machine. Now, I haven't had the very best of luck gathering on my serger. I don't know. I've tried a couple times, I've got it perfect, and then a couple times it hasn't worked. So, you know, you win some and lose some, I guess. Okay. So I'm just going to get this ready for whenever Heather gets back. Ooh, Heather, you're quick. Let me write those down before it moves. Okay. 1 point. I should have written this down on the outside. That's what I usually do. And then 1.5 by 42. Hi from Florida. Hi, Brenda. Okay. Can you tell me, Heather, for the straps, what lengths do I need to cut for, I remember like where to place them, but what are the lengths? I feel like one is 2 or 14 inches, or one is 14, 2 or 7, or something like that for the actual lengths of them. I think it's down in the pattern. Guys, next time I promise I'll be more prepared. I'll try not to do this when my household is sick. Girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. I haven't sewn. I was out of town, and then it was my husband and I anniversary, so we were gone over the weekend, but then he got sick, so it wasn't much of an anniversary because we haven't been able to touch at all. So that's not super fun. And then then I've just been back. So I haven't got to sew in almost 2 weeks. And that's hard for a girl that sews every day. So I had to get back at it. I was dying. Hi from Vermont. Hi. Nice. Where else is? Hi, Kim. Wait, did I miss someone? No, I think I got everybody. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I catch you all. What'd you say, 42? Okay. Is that all? Am I cutting two? All right, well, we'll just figure it out. Okay, now my neckband. 1.75. Promise to be more prepared next time. I usually am. I don't know if you guys like to watch everything. Something I could ask. No, but seriously, what do you guys want to see or learn? What haven't you tried that maybe you're interested in? The one thing I haven't made yet is 1, 16, 2, 4.5, and 2, 8.5. Woo! Your lifesaver, Heather. Thank you. Okay. One thing I haven't tried is leotards, and I have to make one for my friend, for her little girl. Her little girl is actually 2. So, woo, I'm nervous. I've made a wedding dress, but the leotards make me nervous. I don't know. The wedding dress made me nervous too, don't get me wrong. But, okay, let's do this. Let's get to sewing. And, you know what? My sewing machine has, or my serger, has 2 white and 2 black. It's a mess up in here, girls, I promise. Okay, so, before we get to that, last time I was on here, I was sewing paneling, and we did like a thing where you can like join the live video, and I think there's a button somewhere. So sometime during this video, I will do, oh, thanks, Heather. I don't know how to use my rotary cutter, so she said she doesn't know how to cut her, or she can't comprehend cutting her bands with scissors, and I don't know, I just haven't figured out my rotary cutter yet. So anyways, so what I was saying, when I was on before with paneling, I offered a free panel set to someone randomly that I would choose to bring on live. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I will be doing that a little bit later. And I don't have a panel to give away this time, but I'm going to turn this around, and please, no judgment. Okay? You see that pile right there? Those are scraps. Now, some of them are really big scraps. Some of them are not. Also, the bins behind them are full of scraps. And that bin is full of scraps. And then that one, the gray one over there, is also full of scraps. So, someone, whoever I bring on, and it'll be random, will win a padded flat rate envelope thingy that looks like this. Something that looks like that, filled with some nice scraps. I promise, they're all nice, they're all good. Just stuff I've either used and just don't use anymore, don't want to make a second of. That. So, stay tuned. We will do that a little bit later, and the shipping, everything will be on me, be completely free to you. So there's no strings attached, just something like that for whoever I bring on live. So you have to be willing to come on here with me and be on the video. It's fun, I promise. But I'll do that a little bit later on after we get to sewing, and we'll go from there. Okay, hopefully the person who wanted to see Sansa is watching. I don't remember your name. I'm really sorry if you are watching and I missed you. And I'm going to try to keep up with the comments, but sometimes it's hard. So I'm going to try and keep up. And here we go. First thing that I'm going to do is sew the long strap. I don't know. Okay, so some of you said this was your first time here. So I am what we call in the not so expert sewing club assembly line sewer. I do not love to follow directions. I do when I test, but I don't love it because I feel like I can do it faster. Sometimes I can, and most of the time I can't, but it's fun, whatever. It is what it is. It's just how I learned how to sew. I learned how to sew everything at the same time, and so it's hard for me to change. I'm working on it, but it's hard. So that's how I sew. I don't always follow the directions that are in the pattern, but if it's your first time making it, you really should, and sometimes there's a reason, and I've learned that. So that's why when it's the first time of making the pattern, I follow the directions, but this is like my third or fourth time making Sansa, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. My serger's loud, so I may not talk while it's serging, and again, ignore the mess in the back. Woo! Just realized how bad that looks. Okay, sorry girls. Here we go. I'll try and make you look at my machine. So I'm just gonna, this is the 1.5 inch piece that's gonna become the straps in the front. Okay, first part done, and I probably should have left that together, but I don't. Okay. No, it's not left-handed. It's because I'm live, and it puts the picture backwards. I know, I thought the same thing. I feel like it's hard to watch sometimes. I'm sorry. But when you do a live video, it turns everything around. So, that's why it looks like that. Okay. Now I'm going to sew my shoulder seams. And actually, let me think about this. If I want to go ahead and sew my shoulder seams or if I want to... I actually think I'm going to do my gathering stitch because I want to make for sure I do that first before I put my shoulders on. Because I feel like it's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, so for the gathers, let's do it here. Do it here, why not? Oh, Whitney. You need a serger. Girl, you gotta get a serger. It's the best. Seriously. Absolute best. And this is not my first serger. I learned how to sew with a serger, so anyways. Okay, so for the gathering stitch, I'm trying to remember. Okay, this one goes on 9. Okay. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm gonna turn this around to show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm adjusting my loopers. This one 9, this one 5, this one 5, and then you take the left-handed needle out. So this needle, the left-hand needle comes out, then, that's already on there, but that was the wrong way. Then you adjust this down here, and I feel like I'm just gonna have to do a better video of this actually now that I think about it, because this is gonna be too hard to do over live for everyone to understand. So I'm gonna do a better video of how to gather with your serger. There's lots of videos online if you want to look at them, but I think for the sake of this live video and the fact that it's already probably pretty long, I'm gonna save this for a different time. Okay, sorry about that. I know I said I was going to, but it just really concerns me. Oh boy, now I'm showing you everything. Ah, what the heck? Okay, sorry. So I'm just gonna gather with my machine. Now for knit, it's the same as gathering with regular. I'm just gonna maybe, oh, where's the back? Okay, let me see how much I need to gather. I don't know if I made it long enough to even need much of a gather. No, didn't. But a little gather will be fine. Okay, so I'm going to start my gather down at the about, I'm just kind of guessing because like I said, this is the first time I've done maternity mod, so it may work, it may not. We're just going to go with it and try. Okay, so you always put, and I'll turn it around and show you. Always put your machine on the longest stitch. I like to pull my bottom thread up. My machine automatically has it down, but I like to pull it up because I like to be able to have it on top, because otherwise it gets on my lap. Okay, so longest stitch possible. I'm on stretch medium, and I'm using this thread, but it doesn't matter. It's just a gather stitch. It's going to come out. So then I'm just going to sew right through here. I'm going to keep it close to the edge. Okay. Well, not super close, but whatever. You get it. And it's kind of gathering as we go. So probably not going to have to gather it up much. It does that with knit. It pulls the tension as it goes a little bit sometimes, so that's nice. But if I needed to, I would pull from the back, because that's where my bobbin thread is, and that's where you always want to pull, is your bobbin thread. So when you gather, you always want to pull your bobbin thread, but that should be enough. That should be way enough, all I need. And just going to do that on the other side real quick. I'm going to start from the bottom on this one though, so I can leave my bobbin thread on the bottom. Oh. Hopefully I can get this back. Woo! Sorry girls, I didn't have you hooked. Playing some bobbin chicken. Oh, dang it. Nope, ran out. Okay. I lost it, bobbin chicken. It's alright. I got a bunch. Let's throw another one in. Oh, I'm going to pull that back up. The reason I pull up, I think I said, is just because I want my threads to be long so I can pull them. And if you don't pull them up, then they're just not long. So it can make it difficult to take care of later. All right, and don't backstitch. I think it does. Debbie, honestly, my knit always gathers better than my woven fabrics, but also my machine has goes up to 6 gather stitch, which a lot of them, especially like when I learned how to sew, a lot of the machines didn't go up that high. They only went up to 4 or something. And so I feel like since my machine goes up a little bit higher, it kind of helps. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I feel. I don't know. I just feel like it always gathers better, but definitely I think because it's knit, it does make a difference too. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but I have found that knit does seem to gather up more and quickly, a little bit better than the others. Okay. Shoulder seams. We'll see how this works. Hopefully I'll have a nice maternity top. Let's see. I am sewing Sansa. It's a women's top. It's got strappies on the front. It's my profile picture. So someone requested it yesterday, and I figured I'd do a maternity mod on there as well. So that got some gathering in. Oh, we'll see. We'll see if it works. I don't know. Okay. So where's my long piece? And get ready to request to join the live sew. Not yet, just wait a minute. While I turn this inside out, I'm gonna have someone join me because this is the boring part. So 1, 2, 3, if you want to join, hit the request to join button, and I will choose someone randomly that pops up. So, oh, Crystal, you have to sew it. It's a good pattern. Anybody want to join the live sew? I got a a padded flat rate envelope coming your way full of scraps from my stash, free to you. So I think you can request to join on the bottom. I think there's like a little icon. Let's see, maybe I have to push something. Yeah, okay, you're good. Anybody? Nobody wants to request to join? Are you guys trying? Tell me if you're trying. Nope, you don't have to be in your sewing room. You can be anywhere. Okay. Let's see. Get a few more people on here and then I'll just randomly pick someone. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Ready? Who are we adding? It says adding. I think you have to accept. Laura, hi! Congratulations!
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What are you up to tonight? You sewing or just watching?
Just watching.
Just watching. You got anything planned for coming up or?
Oh no, it's towards the end of my day. But as far as what I'm making, I've been working on some crochet stuff lately. Nothing, and I have a bunch of stuff cut out, but haven't had a chance to sew.
Been there. Been there. Yeah, crochet. What are you crocheting?
I'm working on a sweater for my daughter for school.
Ooh, wow. So you're like real crocheting. You're not just like, oh, I'm
yeah.
crocheting. Wow, that's impressive. That's awesome. I've crocheted like one thing. I'm not good at it. I don't have the patience. I'd rather sew. So good for you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, thanks for joining. When we get off here, just send me a private message with your address and I'll get that out to you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Bye. All right. Let's see. All right. I think you have to click out or something.
I have no idea.
Oh, here, I got it. That was fun. Thanks, guys, for wanting to jump in. Okay. All right. I'm just cutting up my strappies now. And then 2 at 8.5. Okay. So this is your next step. And I think I gotta sew the neckband on first. But I got my strappies cut. And that was a good distraction. Okay. So for neckband, oh, first time watching. Yay, thanks, welcome. I've done a few live sews before. A lot of them are on CKC's Facebook page, but then also there's a few on their YouTube page, so it's fun. I really enjoy doing it. Okay, so I'm doing my neckband. Now, I've gone over this before, but we have a few first-time watchers, so what you do for your neckband is you find the center of your front. Mark that. I use clips. And then you want to find the center of your back. Trying to make sure everybody can see. Okay. Now you're going to match your front center and your back center. Bring those two together. And some of you, this may seem like old hat, but I know some people. So your shoulder seam is never your middle or one of your third or fourth points. It's never an even point. You want them to be even. So see how I matched up the front and the back, and then there's my shoulder seam, but that's not my middle or my other even point. There is. Okay, so mark that, and then go to the other side and do the same thing. And that will mark your, where your 4 equal parts, because you want to divide it into 4 equal parts. That will make sure that your neckband goes on correctly and evenly. So you're going to do the same thing to your neckband. Going to fold it in half and mark with a clip or a pin, whichever you use. I prefer clips. And then find the middle front, like so, and mark. A lot of first-time watchers. I'm really excited. Thanks, you guys. It's awesome. I love doing this, so I really hope you guys will be wanting to watch. Anybody want to, do you guys like when a pattern comes out and it's sewn live? Do you like waiting to see or seeing something else? Is there techniques that you like to watch? What do you like to see? Or do you just like to watch people sew? Because I like to watch people sew. I think it's fun. But I'd love to know what you guys like the best. I haven't tested in a while. I was really sick in the beginning of my pregnancy, and then just have been crazy with the end of summer and going on vacation, and first one thing after the other. Everything that I've wanted to test has been due either while I'm going to be on vacation or right before I leave, and it stresses me out. I can't do it. So I try not to over schedule myself, because I have been there and stressed out and things have gotten crazy. So I've tried recently not to, so I haven't tested in a while, and I'm sure I'm missing it. But hopefully we have one more trip planned in September, and hopefully after that, then I'll be back on the testing bandwagon, because I love it and I miss it for sure. Okay. Woo! Oh, you can take it out, Nancy. So there's a fun trick on the serger, and I can show you. If you go on, I'm trying to remember which side it is, but one of the sides. Okay, this is for Nancy. Okay. So you see how your serger seam looks like this on one side and then looks like this on the other side? So if you take your seam ripper and go across here on this side, it should all just come out and be super simple. So yeah, you can take serging out. It's really not that hard. If you get it that way, then it all just kind of unravels. It takes a little bit of time, but if your sleeves are too tight, definitely take your sleeves off and maybe try grading the sleeves. That's what I have to do, because I have bigger arms and I need the extra in my sleeves. I like to say I have big muscles, but that would be lying. So, but no, definitely you can take your serging out. I have done it many times because I pretty much only sew with my serger. So you can never figure out how to get patterns. Okay, Jessica. Oh, you need more material. I get it. Okay, Jessica, what, you can't figure out how to get the patterns. Have you gone to the website on ckcpatterns.com, and then they have, you can buy the patterns there. You create an account, but as soon as you create your account, they'll send you an email. You don't even have to create an account, but it's better because then they're saved there. But as soon as you buy it, then it'll say download, and then you can download it, and you have to have Adobe. I think Adobe is the best one to have, and open it in that on your computer. Some people can do it on their phones, and maybe someone here who's done it on their phones can help a little bit more, and then you can print it that way. Is that your question, how to print it, or how to actually because that seems like that would be what the issue is. Okay. So let's get this neckband sewn on here real quick. Yeah, the PDF is, yeah, it's sent to your email. Exactly, yes. I don't know if maybe there's something else maybe I'm missing with what you're asking, Jessica. I'm definitely happy to help, so let me know how I can help you. If you've never sewn a PDF pattern before, it can be challenging the first couple times. So after we do this, okay, after we do this, now we're going to put our strappies on. And so our long strappy, haven't done this one in a while. So let's see if I can, I should have brought my shirt down here because then I could have measured it. Okay. Yes, print. I normally buy patterns at the store and beginner, only made a few. Okay. I do, Nancy, mostly sew on my serger. I do. Okay. Laura, that's a good idea. Jessica, can I come back and help you? I promise I will. It's just hard to answer a long question right now without taking up a lot of time, but I promise I will come back and answer your question. Okay? So, trying to remember. Hey, Heather, are you still here? I thought I could remember, but I can't. Okay, I'm going to mark on here. We're going to move to sleeves and then see if Heather's still here. Maybe she can help me. And if not, we'll come back to the strappy part, but I know that's what some people wanted to see. Okay, so sleeves, we're going to go ahead and put sleeves on now. Becky, do you have Sansa? I will, Jessica. I will PM you. That'd probably be easier. Yeah, definitely. It can be tricky the first couple times, and I totally am with you. Usually, I used to just buy the paper patterns from the store, or the tissue ones. So maybe somebody has. Anyone else on here have Sansa? They could look something up for me. Okay, I'm just sorry. Just pinning or clipping on my shoulder or my sleeve. And I always go to the middle and to one side. Thanks, Becky. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. I need to know what my measurements are, and I can run grab my computer, but I think it's dead too. I'm a mess, girls. I may have to do a separate video on how to do the strappy parts. Okay, so I got one sleeve on, well, clipped on, and I'll show you the other one. Yeah, I know my insides are black and white. What are you gonna do? Oh, it's a good pattern. I really like this one. It's definitely a good one. It's good for, I don't know. I like it because I like patterns. I mean, a lot of t-shirt pattern or shirt patterns, I should say, have the option for short 3/4 or long sleeves, which I just love because I love to have something that a pattern I can use through multiple seasons. Just really helps me. Anybody have any, okay, so I asked earlier and I think you all said, but anyone else have something they're wanting to learn or see done live? I'm gonna do the gathering on the serger. Oh, that's all right, Becky. Thank you. Beverly, I used regular serger thread that you get from like Joann's or whatever store, Hobby Lobby has it. Just the nothing special. And then I just use the regular needles for my serger. I don't use stretch needles. I've never had a problem. So I just use whatever the needles that are supposed to be in there, height wise and length, whatever is in there is what I use. And I just replace, I have a thing that says serger needles. That's what I use. A lot of people use stretch needles, but I haven't had a problem, and I've been sewing knit for almost 2 years and I've never had a problem. What kind of clips are you using? Oh, they are, I think they're supposed to be quilting clips, but for like binding and stuff. I got them on Amazon. They came in this cute little tin. There was like 100 of them for $10. So they're a really good deal. I was in a quilting shop the other day and they had 10 clips, which you can't even do a side of a quilt with 10 clips. But they had 10 clips for $8.99. Woo! No way. That blew my mind. Like they are making a killing on that, because you would need at least, like to actually make a quilt and do the binding on the quilt, you're gonna need way more than 10. I mean, you're gonna need like 80 or something. That's just crazy. Anyways, so Amazon's the place to go. They're amazing. I've had like 1 or 2 break, but and they probably only broke because of user error. I don't know if you guys want to see from the other side. I'm gonna bring my little stand over here so you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see any better over here, but so you can see from this side, if that matters. I don't know. Just get a different view. Oh, you're gonna see me toss my clips is what you're gonna see. So on my machine, I have the markers that tell me half, 5/8, quarter. I follow them sometimes. Most of the time, I just guess. I've been sewing for a lot of years, and I worked in an alterations place for a while, so I just kind of learned how to wing it. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but okay. Ooh, Becky, I need, okay, in the pattern, there's like a B, C, D, whatever, that shows where to put the straps. I need that. My knits, I'm so glad you asked. I buy them from So English. So they are very reasonable priced, and their shipping is great. It's quick. It comes from California, so depending on where you are in the country, they do ship to Canada. There's some Canadian group you can join. There's So English Canada, and I think they do like a co-op type thing. And there's also, I believe, one for Australia as well, and then maybe one for Europe, maybe. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But because the shipping overseas can be a little bit pricey, the post office is a little pricey on that. But if you are in the U.S., you can get it relatively easily and quickly. Okay, so I'm undoing this gathering a little bit because I definitely didn't need very much. I'm not sure that this maternity mat is gonna work out, so we may have a fail on that end, but it'll still be a pretty shirt. Yes, I keep the knife on. I never take the knife off. Yeah, always leave the knife on. A lot of people do, but I don't. I don't even know how to take it off, if I'm honest. How does that tell you? That I don't take the time to learn my serger. Okay, I'm actually going to just adjust the back length because I want a little gather in here, and I'm just going to cut the back off. I maybe made that a little too long. Probably didn't need to make it as long. So, because I want a little gather. Oh, okay. Becky, there's a part in the pattern, pull like down towards when you're putting the strappies on, and it says there's a little chart that says A, B, C, D. And I just need to know where to put. I'm doing all of them. I don't know if that's even if you can even do that or not. If you can even see it, or basically for the first one, which is the long one, I think, the 14 inches, I need to know where I put extra large, please. The 14 inches, where do I put the, I'm gonna pause, guys. Where do I put the little ones? Yes, the placement chart. So on the 14-inch piece, where did the little guys go? I think it's like the center. Okay. Yeah, so English is, anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. I got sidetracked. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you're trying to send a picture or not. It's not working. If you were. Okay. How much did I take off? Okay, just doing my sides, guys. Okay, A is 1.5. Okay, so 1.5 over. I thought it was something like that. So sew that on 1.5. Let's go figure that out. 5. C is 4 point. grab a, oh, here's my pens. Okay. I remember the other one just. Okay, sorry guys, I'm getting my strappies done. I apologize about that. Okay. Remember this one is okay. Mark and where my strappies go. Mark and where they go. Okay. The back is also. We'll make it work. I feel like I'm missing something. But I think I understand. Okay. Back piece. Oop, I gotta turn this inside out. Or right side out. Okay. So, back of this one goes here. The neck part goes here in the back. Thanks, Becky. Okay. Just getting this in the seam allowance. Make sure. Okay, so there's the back part, the neck. This neck part goes over here. Just gonna make sure I get enough there. Then I know this one goes. Here's my middle. 4.75. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Okay. This is what happens when you have a sick home. Okay. 4.75. Okay. So the 4.75 is here, but I think I need these ones. Sorry guys, I'm here. I'm just trying to focus on this. I apologize. Okay. 0.7527. I'll make sure this is even before I sew it on, but just trying to get it on here. Focus. Oop, that's twisted. So make sure it doesn't twist. Okay. So I got that part, and then this one. Okay. Anybody have questions? I don't know if it's close to 9 o'clock. You make sure. Okay. Okay. I'll have to adjust that. That's a little bubbly. Probably just didn't get it even. Okay, and then these guys to 4.75. Okay. Woo! The strappies are a little, they're not hard. They just take a little concentration. So, and I didn't sew my middle ones on, but I have to go back and do that. So I will do that. Make sure that we're not twisted. Okay, sweet. Okay, so have that. I think that this is a little off, but I'll fix that. Let's make sure be good here. Yeah, my center ones are a little off. I need to move over a little bit. Then move in a little bit. Let's see if I can't get this. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So basically that. And then I'm going to go on my cover stitch and top stitch all the way around it that way. And I'll go back and sew this, go back and sew that one on there. Just make sure this is gonna, it's hard when it's not on your body to know if it's gonna lay flat. Everything is in the right place, so it should, but it's kind of hard to tell because your body doesn't distort it, but you know what I mean. Okay, so cover stitch this on. This is the easiest way I've found to do it, and it's a little bit tricky because you've got all these pins and stuff, but it does work. I promise. Cover stitch was probably one of my biggest investments in my sewing room. My sewing machine was, but my personal ones in the last couple of years. And I'm so glad. It's like one of my best investments probably, because it really makes a difference in my sewing and finishing, and I just love it. Okay, so I'm just sewing over the straps as I go. So you kind of just gotta fudge them and make sure they're out of the way of, you know, not getting under your machine. But I like to be a fast sewer, so I don't tend to like to take too many extra straps. Oh yeah, thank you. I know the fabric is so pretty. I really love it. I've been waiting for the perfect thing to use it on, so I think I found it. It's going to be really, really pretty. Even though it's the end of summer, I still think it can work for fall and then into the spring even. It'll be cute for that. So sorry, this is going a little bit slower than normal just because I'm trying to make for sure my strappies stay where they're supposed to and everything kind of does what I need it to. And if something happens and I need to fix it, I can just go back in and fix. Crud. Something came off. I'll fix that. One of my pins came out and I don't know where it went, so we'll just have to go back over it. I don't want to guess. So just go back over it when we get closer. Oh, excuse me. I forgot I had gray in my cover stitch, but it works because there's gray in this. I'm bad about changing my cover stitch threads. Try to do with whatever I can. Okay. So if you've never seen a cover stitch or know what a cover stitch does, basically if you look at your t-shirts and see the top stitching on the neckband, that's basically what it does. So it finishes. So you see how it does this 2 stitches, and then on the back, the white that you see, or the gray there, here, it kind of, well, it cover stitches it. So it's really good for hems and stuff, because it makes the hems lay really nicely. Okay, so this messed up from over here. So let's get this back where it goes. Over here. Can't see my pins, so I don't know. Just gonna lay this here. Sorry guys, I gotta figure out where this one came from. There we go. That looks right. I'm just gonna cover stitch over this one little spot right here where it came out. The reason I don't change my thread out very often for my cover stitch is because it's a little bit of a beast and I've got it perfect. So I try not to change it up too much. Okay. All right, back to our sides. Oh, let me get these on here, sewn on here real quick. Just use this. It's in a gray spot. It'll work. Go. All right. So I got this all sewn. Probably not going to be able to get pictures of this until tomorrow because it's late and it's dark here. So I will take pictures probably in the morning sometime and then share them with you all tomorrow of what it looks like. But let's get to our sides. Finish up our sides and then we got hems and we'll be done. I am making Sansa's strappy shirt. I'm gonna move you guys back over here. Sorry, I use like this sign that says love. Okay. To hold my phone because I don't have a stand. I did have a stand and then I lost it, so I gotta get a new one, but I need to find a good one on Amazon. Do you guys have a suggestion for one? Have you ever used a stand for your iPhone for any videos or anything like that? I had one that was actually my husband's, part of something that he had, and I lost the phone part of it. I feel like I just saw it the other day. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm doing the sides, and hopefully the maternity mod part will work. I'm trying. Never done it before, so I think I needed to add more length than I did. And I also added to the back, and I definitely don't think I needed to do that because it's making it a little bit more difficult to line up. I don't think I needed any on the back. So it's making it a little bit harder, but I think it'll still work. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. All right. I like to clip my sides. I used to not, and then I used to be a no clip kind of girl, but then I'd end up uneven, and that was frustrating. So. I'm just sewing right over the serging. Usually sew with the serging on top, but I didn't for this side. Okay. I like to see the serging, or the gathering. Sorry, serging. I said I meant gathering. Usually like to sew so I can see the gathering. a bamboo stand that my phone. Ooh. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be. I did add link. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think my concern is that it's not really gonna look like a maternity shirt because I didn't really add much. First time doing it, so we'll see if it ends up looking okay or if it ends up not. Gotta add the hem, but it might be okay. Still kind of gathered on the sides. I could go back in and add some elastic if I wanted to, but I think it's still gonna work. I don't have a huge belly yet, so just a little one. All right, gonna hem. You're right, it is such an on-trend idea. I agree. I bought some lace and I just haven't found the perfect project for it. It's navy though. I would match this, but I don't know, it's a little big, so I don't know if it'll work for this particular project, but it's definitely on trend. It would work. You may just give me a good idea. Okay, gonna hem. So on my cover stitch, I just fold it over it even, and then hem. Cover stitch is amazing. So I'm not sure I taught anybody anything new. Maybe somebody learned something tonight. I hope so. But I really do want to know what you guys want to see going forward. I'd love to do videos that are helpful and help you learn. CKC has so many great videos online and on their YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to their YouTube channel, you definitely should be. They have lots of videos on there of, you know, different tutorials and stuff that they've done over the past, and they're very well put together. So, you know, I'm gonna do a couple of the, I've done a couple live sews, one being zippers, and I've done a couple other ones. My first one I did was I sewed Kimber for my daughter, and it's knit, and I sewed it on my serger in under 20 minutes. So that was fun. That was a fun video to do. It's a race against the clock. I don't sew under 20 minutes anymore. Mainly because I picked harder things now, but also because I get to chatting, and it doesn't always end up working out so well. Okay, I'll take a little bit of this length off, so give me 1 sec. Take some of this length. Just the back, I'm taking it off because I made it too long. The back, I think. I didn't think about it. I added length to the back, and I didn't really need to because I only needed to add length to the front. Duh. Didn't really think that through. Okay. Didn't really think my own thing through. Kind of got caught up in it and added to the back because I was like, oh, I want to make sure the back matches, and then the back doesn't need to match because you're trying to make the front longer so you can gather it. So messed that up a little bit, but it's all right. Make do. Oh, and I'm doing this backwards. Woo. Your neckbands and hems never lay flat. Okay, how are you putting them on? Rochelle? Are you putting them on with your serger? And then if so, do you top stitch or cover stitch afterwards? And your hems don't lay flat. Probably, so for your hems, do you need to take a deeper hem maybe? I think most of the patterns call for a 1-inch hem, and that really helps to lay flat. Also, I've noticed, like, especially stuff for my daughter, if I don't put it in the dryer and lay it flat to dry, it does better. Then I can make for sure that the hem actually does stay flat. But I have a few of those issues myself on some, not that I've cover stitched, but before when I hemmed on my sewing machine. So one tip I can give is to take a deeper hem, and then for your neckbands, I would say to make sure that you're pressing them really well. And then if you cover stitch or top stitch them, that will help. But you definitely don't have to. I'm trying to think what else would help with that. I mean, a good press always helps. And making sure that you sewed them on correctly also, that makes a difference on whether or not they've been sewn on the right way. You've measured your 4 corners or your 4 points, not corners, your 4 points on your neckband and your garment. And then if you press it really well, it should lay flat. But when you wash it, I mean, it will, if you don't top stitch it or cover stitch it, it will kind of roll on you. So you'll probably have to go back and press it again. Okay, I'm going to see if I can read the rest of this. Okay, so use a double needle. Okay, I haven't used a double needle. Maybe your tensions need to be adjusted. That's the one thing I've always heard, is the tensions can be adjusted with a double needle. Your serge, you try to serge and double needle. Okay. Sometimes the serge hem doesn't turn out as well. I do it sometimes, but it does roll a little bit. So I find I've got to usually go back and top stitch it, and sometimes it just doesn't work as well as just hemming it. So maybe try not to serge it first and just hem it with your double needle and see if that works, because you may have too much bulk right there at the hem, and so that can cause it to want to flip up a little bit. So try not to serge it first, just try to use your double needle, because it's going to zigzag, so it's not going to roll. Plus, if you're using knit, it's not going to roll anyways. And then for the neck bands, serge and use your double needle on your neck bands. Okay, so forget what I said about not serging. Sorry, I thought you were doing that on your hem. Okay, I'm not sure why your neck bands aren't staying flat. Maybe press them really well. Make sure you're top stitching them to the garment. So you want to make sure you're doing the top stitching on the garment so that it lays flat, and not top stitching this way onto the neckband, because then that's not going to lay flat. So make sure you're top stitching it the right way with your double needle so that you're top stitching the neckband lays flat onto the actual garment, like the front part or whatever. Make sure you're doing it that way. That may be, I don't know if that's what's causing your issue or not, but okay. You feel free to send me a private message. I'll be happy to walk you through and help if I can. I may not be able to fully help, but I'd be happy to try. Okay, so here we go. I think I definitely gotta press, but once it's on, it should all lay flat. It's hard for it to look like it lays flat when it's not on a body, but here's our finished garment. It's definitely gonna be long enough, so that's good. It just doesn't look super maternity on the sides, but that's okay too. Still fun. It's going to be perfect for the rest of the summer. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Laura, thanks for joining me on live. That was really fun. And we'll see you guys next time. I hope you had a good time. Good night.